Hello guys, it's me Zane and welcome back to my channel. You know what we're gonna have today? So let's start this video by stating the obvious. I have blooms around me, well, like the title says. Today we're gonna announce how the blooming game is actually finished, because you know, I had a thing on my channel guessing the blooming order game, and today finally everything bloomed and I can show you everything and I can actually share the results with you. So if you're curious about that original video, which is not an original idea, it's a stolen idea, but you know, I'm safe because I actually announced who was the original creator of this idea, aka Roger Frampton. Thank you, Roger, for the idea. I think it's a cool idea. So basically today we're gonna have fun, and if you wanna have more fun with more Zane, then check out my other videos on my channel, also my future videos, and you will be notified about my future videos if you subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell button. And if you're already doing that, why not check out my Instagram account, because you can find pretty cool orchid and plant pictures there. Why wouldn't you do that? So basically I have a few good news. Well, the first one, you can see these blooming things around me. I'm happy that my orchids, a lot of my orchids are blooming. Actually, I thought I'm gonna make a blooming orchids video, but not monthly, but rather seasonally, like I do my collection updates. So I think, well, that's an idea. Also, the other thing is, you know what's outside? Well, spring, bitch! Things are sprouting from the ground. The hyacinths are actually growing. The daffodils are growing. Everything is sprouting from the ground. We have 10 degrees, 12 degrees, even sometimes on the better parts of our country, even 15 degrees Celsius, but that's a rarity, but still. We have spring temperatures, we have spring sunshine, and we have spring stuff happening. I just, you know, it's so refreshing after the winter. Now, whatever, let's talk about the plants, let's talk about the blooming order, because you came here for that and not for me blubbing. Okay, so below that video where I rated the comments about the blooming order, actually 7 people commented the whole blooming order like last time. Well, those 7 people were just clearly right about the blooming order's first thing. 6 people from the 7 actually voted for the Catasetum to be the first to bloom. Here's my paper to have all the info which is important here. Well, it was pretty obvious. Those buds were just super huge and they were on the verge of opening. I thought 7 people will vote for the Catasetum to be the first. Actually, I had 1 vote for the Dendrobium. I mean, how? The Catasetum buds were like this big and the Dendrobium buds were like this small. I'm not sure about that, but still. Well, here is my Catasetum. Not in bloom anymore because she's a bitch. I'm starting to dislike Catasetums because they are just opening up, and they slowly actually are wilting as they are opening up, so I'm not really pleased about their blooming cycle because there is not a clear flowering state. It's just a one long state from opening to wilting, so that's something I don't like about that, but still the blooms were huge. The color of the blooms was just mind-blowingly beautiful. It was yellowish greenish, really lovely. Oh, actually I forgot to tell you the name. This is my Catasetum pileatum jumbo green gold. If it had a clear blooming state, it would be the perfect Catasetum. It doesn't have that, so yeah. I'm not blown away completely by it, but just a little bit. It was blooming way before all these others started to bloom, so yeah, it's now in this dormant state. Actually, it's starting to grow the new growth. Here you can see the new growth starting, so yeah, it was a long time when this one bloomed. Everybody forgot about that, so yeah. Now, according to people, on the 2nd place, I had 5 votes for the Dendrobium. This one, this pink no ID Dendrobium. And also I had 1 vote for the Phalaenopsis and 1 vote for the Catasetum. So yeah, the 2nd one to bloom was my pink no ID Dendrobium. And I have a few issues with this guy. There is some bud blast happening, which might be because of the fact that it doesn't have like a pretty extensive root system, but I have pretty chubby and a lot of pseudobulbs. I have 3 spikes right now, and I just couldn't wait longer for this video because I wanted to catch all of these in bloom except the Catasetum. And the first spike is in bloom completely, so it's in full bloom. The second spike, there are 2 unopened buds, but one of them is going to be bud blasting and falling, so that's not very good. And also I have the third spike, and as I can see it right now, the first bud is just opening on the third spike. I like the color of the blooms, but it's more like this classical Dendrobium phalaenopsis hybrid E color, but the shape is a little bit different, not that typical Dendrobium phalaenopsis hybrid, which you can see like everywhere in garden centers, in IKEA, in Hornbach, or this kind. I didn't buy it because of the flowers, you know. I bought it because of the chubby pseudobulbs, so yeah. With the second one, the crowd was right. This was the second to bloom. I have to tell you, it was a really close call between the second, the third, and the fourth place, because all of these which were opening at that time were really close to each other, and I have a footage about that. So on the third place, according to the voters, should have been my Oncidium Pupukea Sunset, which is like right above me, this yellow Oncidium. I will tell you, you're right, but not really. On the third place, we had my Tolumnias. So I have a footage where I'm filming this pink Dendrobium and the first buds are already opened up, and at that moment my Tolumnias were just opening up, like not cracking up the buds, they were already like opening up a little bit more, and these words are important that I'm saying that they were already opening and not just the bud cracking up. So actually on the third place there are my Tolumnias, which I just love because they are miniatures and they are cute, they are beautiful. I love the pattern, I love the color, and I love everything basically about them. And also I made a video about them because I think they are super cute. So if you want to watch that video, you can click on the info card in the corner, or you can find the video down in the description box. So easy peasy things here. Now these Tolumnias, one of them is the Tolumnia Golden Sunset, the other one is the Tolumnia Pink Bright, which was a crowd favorite on my Instagram channel, on my Instagram account, because it received quite a lot of likes. I don't know why people like my Pink Bright better than my Golden Sunset. Well, it was quite a popular orchid on my Instagram account. They are going out of their blooming cycle, but I'm like not worried about that. I think it's pretty normal. Also, I had a lower flower count because they are a little bit stressed, so no worries about my Tolumnias. They will be beautiful next time. I'm not sure if I will have any secondary spikes because I can see some formation on these tiny nodes, but I'm just not sure about that because I've never experienced that. According to my voters, on the fourth place, I have 3 votes for my Phalaenopsis schilleriana and actually 4 votes for my Tolumnias. Now, well, on the fourth place, my Oncidium Pupukea Sunset was to bloom, and as my Tolumnia buds were starting to open at that moment, I realized that, oh my god, my Pupukea Sunset is actually cracking up its first bud. So I filmed that also. The Tolumnias were a little bit more opened up than my Pupukea Sunset, and it's just too funny to say so many times Pupukea Sunset, Pupukea Sunset. It was clear to me, because I'm an orchid expert, it was clear to me that my Tolumnia started to open up just a little bit sooner than my Pupukea Sunset. I just cannot pronounce Pupukea again. So let's say a few words about this guy. I'm not going to say the name again. So this Oncidium type is one of the Oncidium types which I don't like. Why? Because look at the blooming display. I like that it's fragrant. I actually love the fragrance. It's a citrusy, artificially plasticky fragrance, but I like it. It reminds me of springtime. It reminds me of orchid shows and whatever's. The spike was thick AF. I mean, this spike was so thick that I thought this blooming display is gonna be gorgeous and really big. Well, if the flowers had more space between them, this display would be much more impressive and it would be just huge. But no, the Pupukea Sunset is one of those orchids which just doesn't care about the display. The spaces between the flowers are really tiny, and I already told you this on my channel, I think. I don't like the display of on the Pupukea Sunset because the flowers are just too close to each other, so it looks like a huge mess. Now look at it, what is that? It's a mess, I don't like it. I like the orchid itself, but the display, I just wish there were more space between the flowers. So I think that's enough about my Pupukea Sunset. Now on the fifth place, well, there were votes. I got 2 votes for the Pupukea Sunset, 2 votes for my Tolumnias, and 3 votes for my Phalaenopsis. Well, guess what? We didn't talk about the Phalaenopsis schilleriana yet, so yeah, my Phalaenopsis schilleriana was the 5th to bloom, and I love it. I have only 4 buds, which is not a big deal. I had 3 flowers last year, and I thought the recovery and the stressy period will be over and I'm gonna have more flowers, but no, I'm having 4 flowers right now, which is not like the biggest Phalaenopsis schilleriana spike, but still I love it because I love the shape, I love the color, I love the wild look, and holy shit, it is fragrant, so I love basically everything about it. I just wish it would be a little bit more stress resilient, you know, because I have only 4 buds, and what is that? It's a shitty blooming. But you know, orchids, they can sometimes make up with other features, and the schilleriana, oh my god. Okay guys, so it's editing Zane here. I had to finish making this video a little bit earlier, so that's why you're getting a little voiceover to the end. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, well, it wasn't a fabulous blooming for my Phalaenopsis schilleriana, but still it will make up with the beautiful pattern on the leaves, and I just love that pattern. It makes this Phalaenopsis very unique. I mean, there are some other Phalaenopsis species with this pattern and also hybrids, but still these are very unique compared to these other Phalaenopsis hybrids and Phalaenopsis orchids. This is the final result and this is the final blooming order for this video. So the first one was my Catasetum pileatum jumbo green gold. The second one was my pink dendrobium hybrid, which, well, there is no ID for it, sadly. Then the third one were my Tolumnias, my Tolumnia golden sunset and my Tolumnia pink bright. Then the Pupukea Sunset, Oncidium Pupukea Sunset. And on the last place there is the Phalaenopsis schilleriana. So yeah, this was my video for today and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, click on the like button. If you disliked it, well, you know, there is the dislike button as well. You can subscribe to this channel, you can subscribe to my other channel, but don't forget to click on the bell button so you get notifications every time I post. And also you can check out my Instagram account because you will find videos and pictures there, because yeah, it's fun, I guess. Okay, so see you next time. Bye guys.